that content. Okay, the reason behind I chose this topic, or I thought of this idea, is that sustainable is that the fast fashion industry is changing rapidly. Women mind perception have been impacted by social media and the smartphone selfies, which have made women wanted to wear different outfits each time they appear. They spending a lot of money on their to wear a trendy clothes and appearing with a new outfit each time they appear. So that had put a lot of burden on women. People. So the idea came from that the people are already buying and wearing clothes that was already worn by many people in the fitting room in the store, and they consider it is as long as they consider it new as long as the ticket is still on it. So people are ready to purchase their clothes from. In addition to that, people are ready to purchase their clothes from El Wikala. It's a place in Egypt where people buy clothes and they consider it new. These clothes are already worn by people, and they sell it in El Wikala. So, so why not resell, buy, rent, donate once used clothes that would be hygienic clothes that meet different occasions and events for people. In addition to that, Lucala is becoming a trendy place for people, a lot of people in Egypt. So by developing a retrend platform, women will be able to wear, buy, rent trendy, fashionable clothes. They will be able to appear with the new different appearance and different brand each time they appear. They can buy different clothes for different seasons for their kids. At the same time, they save their money. They sell on their unwanted clothes, and they save the environment by decreasing the amount of clothes they buy, and decrease the high carbon emission from clothes production. And women will be able to save their money. Our team are I'm the CEO. The departments will be marketing team, sales team, website team, and accounting team. The marketing team's function is responsible for clothes promotion, social media, and platforms ads. The sales team is responsible for the outsourced delivery company, and they ensure that the products are delivered to the customers at the right time. The website team is responsible for the design of the website and application, and the upgrade and development of the website. Accounting team is responsible for the accounting. So our team will be responsible for creating a cost-effective operation and reduce inventory costs through providing high promotion ads and fast delivery for the consumer. So, the problem, as we discussed before, that the fast fashion industry is changing. Women are spending a lot of money. Women had many used clothes in their wardrobes that they don't really need it anymore, and they are causing messy in their wardrobes. So they need to they are wasting their time for searching for suitable clothes that fit the different occasions and different outfits for them and for their kids. Social media and TV shows programs have impacted their perceptions for wearing different outfits each time they appear, and high production of clothes that harms the environment through carbon emission. So the consumer wants to buy a lot of clothes. They want to wear different. They want to appear with different appearance and wear different fashionable clothes for different brands. They want to buy clothes for their kids on a yearly basis and from one season to another, as their kids are growing on a yearly basis and their sizes are changing. Target customers are based on their needs. They are women who wanted to wear trendy fashion clothes, women who want to appear with different appearance each time they appear, women who wanted to women who you can women who want to make use of its unwanted once worn clothes, women who want to rent their occasional outfits, and women who wanted to buy brands at a lower prices from its original brands based on their behavior. The fast fashion women seeking sustainability. They're based on their age group from 17 to 25, 25 to 40, and from 25 to 40 they basically are mothers. So mothers will be looking for their clothes for their kids starting from babies to 6 years old. Poor and needy women who wanted to buy clothes for their kids and for them and couldn't afford to buy these clothes. Our market analysis is that Our market analysis is that the after COVID-19, COVID-19 has changed people's COVID-19 has changed the retail sales in which it had. It is predicted by 2022, e-commerce sales will grow by one third of the retail sales. Egyptian buying and shopping behavior have changed dramatically since COVID-19, which has shifted them to use e-commerce for buying their essentials. They began shifting to use technological devices in their daily life, like education, shopping, working, and the communications. So, so it is forecasted that the Egyptian market is going to grow by 30% from 2019 to 2022, and it has the financial transaction is going to grow by $2 billion through e-commerce online purchasing. So the internet and the internet penetration in Egyptian businesses has increased by 37% of the total average time spent for the online 4 hours. As the online stores and social media platforms have increased rapidly in the last few years, and women purchasing power have increased due to the easiness of modeling the clothes making. Women imagine how the clothes looks like and facilitating and ease the way of shopping through the one click on buy clothes and add it to the cart and delivering it to their doors. So the e-commerce stores and marketplace and social media platforms or websites or platforms have increased women purchasing power in the clothing industry, increased waste of textile, and harm the environment through carbon emissions and water waste, and putting a lot of burden for women for buying trendy clothes for them and for their kids. So our platform is going to seek sustainability. It's an online platform seeking sustainability for women for fast fashion industry, which help women to wear trendy clothes and at the same time save the environment. Our competitors are online stores or marketplaces through social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, and other platforms that will influence the retail industry. These people are online marketplaces that they import clothes from outside Egypt, and they sell it at competitive prices in Egypt. That will cause a fierce competition in Egypt. The other e-commerce platforms like Souk, Jumia, which Souk is becoming Amazon right now in Egypt, Jumia, Noon, and Pronto, and other e-commerce clothing platforms that they are selling clothes and trendy brands clothes in Egypt. Also, the other physical stores like Zara, De Facto, Max Fashions, and all other physical stores who have already developed website, online store, and website and platforms for selling their clothes. These are our competitors. However, we still have a competitive advantage, which is that we are selling. Also, we are selling like them through social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram pages. And we are uploading the clothes in through modeling the clothes on the website. We provide easy and flexible use of website platform for buying, selling, renting, and donating the clothes. We hygiene and iron the clothes and send a delivery to their address. We have excellent staff who promote clothes for the sellers and make consumer can visualize and imagine the style of the clothes. And we are selling a wide variety of brands with a very competitive price. It's a low price compared to the original price. Our economic and financial projection. It's projected that our EBITDA is going to increase on a yearly basis, as it's clear on the chart. That it's from year 1 to year 2, it's going to increase by 41.5%, and from year 2 to year 3, it's going to increase 74%, which is a huge increase. Calculating our coverage ratio in order to know how are we going to cover our debt. Our debt is going to be only a loan. from a bank or other financial investments. Our coverage ratio is indicating that from year one we're going to cover our debt by 15.32 times, second year by 36.96 times, and 49.81 times in the third year, which indicates that our company is able to cover its debt and meet its financial obligations. This year we will be able to make a profit of 3,079,592 thousand pounds, which means our project is not in debt. Our liquidity ratio shows that in the first year we will be our current liability will be able to cover our current assets by 8.4 times, and in the second year 18.75 times, and third year 25.41 times. So which give an indication we have a very high liquidity ratio, which give an indication that the company is using its resources efficiently and have a good liquidity position. Our economic and financial projection. It's projected that our EBITDA is going to increase on a yearly basis, as it's clear on the chart, that it's from year 1 to year 2 it's going to increase by 41.5%, and from year 2 to year 3 it's going to increase 74%, which is a huge increase. Projecting calculating our coverage ratio in order to know how we're going to cover our debt. Our debt is going to be only a loan from a bank or other financial investments. Our coverage ratio is indicating that from year one we're going to cover our debt by 15.32 times, second year by 36.96 times, and 49.81 times in the third year, which indicates that our company is able to cover its debt and meet its financial obligations. This year we will be able to make a profit of 3,079,592 thousand pounds, which means our project is not in debt. Our liquidity ratio shows that in the first year our current liability will be able to cover our current assets by 8.4 times, and in the second year 18.75 times, and third year 25.41 times. So which give an indication we have a very high liquidity ratio, which give an indication that the company is using its resources efficiently and have a good liquidity position. Our return on investment in the first year is 67%, and it will reach to 77% by the end of the third year, which means that every dollar that the investors will invest in our company will have a return of 67, will have a 67% more profit on it, which indicates that in the third year 77% would be returned on more profit on their investment, which indicates that we are using our assets efficiently to generate more profit. The return on equity indicates that the company will return to the money to their the return of the company to the equity gives an indication that investors of the company is making use of the money. The ROE and the return on assets and return on equity will encourage investors to invest their money in our company as they increase by 100% in the third year. How are we going to use our fund? This is the cost structure of our company, of our project. Mainly our initial investment would be on the license and legal documents, on the operations and the recurring costs of our project, and for the application and website development. So mainly our costs this is how our cost structure is going to be. So we will only need 2 million pounds for as a fund for our investment.